Production. Looked like you had a great show going on there, and I welcome you all to join me with my latest pieces for last minute gift ideas or special occasions coming up of all things signed jewelry and some things unsigned. I figured I had a couple of pieces on why people are coming onto the show that I wanted to share that actually aren't going to be pinned today, but just to show you some of the things we've been doing this fall is that I just got, and I posted them, but you really can't see how beautiful and white and sparkly they are. I'm trying to find a place where you can get a good view. These are 5 carat each old mined, elongated old mine, which is even harder to find than the more cushion shape old mine earrings that I just came from my jeweler that we set all in 18 karat gold. The front is rhodiumed, the back is yellow gold. And, you know, to me, these in any size are a quintessential staple, even in a small stone, just a beautiful staple and timeless piece that you will never get tired of. And I'm always promoting, it's become a big thing now, these old stones. But I've always loved old diamonds, mostly because they were cut by hand back in the day, the late 1800s, early 1900s, before we had the technology, and it's the imperfect perfection of the hand cutting and the way light. Hi, Rafi. Thank you for joining me today. Hi, Gayu. We're talking about these old mine stones before we get started. That it's just the beautiful way that light passes through these old stones that makes them so charming to me and very collectible. So finding good pairs and when set well, because I think these are a JK color, but VS quality. When you have a great jeweler, you can really optimize that they pop as white as possible. You would think that they are a much higher color. Yes, we're going to get to layering and, you know, 2 more pieces to share quickly because you all know how much I love these long chains. I happened to pick up this beautiful Pomellato long chain, and there's a very special 1960s Cartier cocktail ring. If you have any interest in learning more about these pieces, please feel free to DM me directly at Amy Segal Jewellery through my Instagram. You can DM me. And with that, we will get started with the show today. The first piece I have is very exciting. I'm going to share with you after Rafi gives you the payment, how you can pay with all major credit cards, debit cards, Apple Pay, Google. You can also use Split, allowing you to split the payment interest-free over 6 months up to 20,000 British pounds. That's a pretty good situation. Please note that you'll need the full amount available on your credit card. They do worldwide shipping, and it's really exciting to be here today with this platform to share pieces. We haven't been on for a while, but the holidays are here, and what better time to show the new curations that we've gotten, including my first piece, which is ASC 6875. This is a beautiful Marina B black and white mother of pearl choker set in 18 karat gold with mabe pearls. You can get a look at the beautiful sheen on the mother of pearl up close. And then on the neck, sensational. It's definitely meant for a neck. It's not going to sit down so low, although, you know, because the back is open, you can wear it at different places on your neck. But it feels, you know, beautiful. And the funny thing is I'm not really a pearl person, but with this necklace, I happen to, there's just something about this necklace, it just pops. I'm going to actually show you because when collecting jewelry, it is also adds a little extra bump when you find the piece published in the Marina B book. You can see this piece published. It was created in 1981 as part of the medieval collection. And it's, as I said, mabe pearls, black and white mother of pearl. And there were other pieces, earrings and bracelets that were part of this collection, but again, a beautiful timeless piece, great collectible. And If anybody needs to see it up close, I can show it to you again. You can see the beautiful construction on the inside. Because Marina B sets everything with this spring mount. So it really has a great three-dimensionality to her pieces. Do all of you know who Marina B is? Just for those of you who don't, who haven't joined the show before, Marina B is Marina Bulgari, who passed away, I think it was last year. But she was part of the Bulgari family, and she joined the helm of Bulgari in the early 70s with her cousins, only to decide that she was going to step away from the family business and launch her own brand in 1976, which became Marina B because she couldn't trade on the Bulgari name. But she was definitely, for me, one of the pioneer women in the jewelry world who was, you know, one of the first women who really started creating jewelry with women in mind. You know, before that, it was more commodity driven, where it's, you know, men understand buying stones and the intrinsic value of things, where this is more decorative jewelry. And the way she constructed things, it was always about comfort to the wearer, and that, you know, you would, you know, it feels good on the neck. It doesn't hug too tightly, but it stays in place. I mean, her construction and her attention to detail were really impeccable. So if we want to start building, as Gayu said, a jewelry story, it's always fun to add another piece of Marina B jewelry to the selection, and we can add ASC 6869. We got that one, Rafi? It's ASC 6869, and it's Marina B's Cardan collection necklace, which is about this 37-inch long chain. And again, as you all know, we've talked about, for those of you who have joined me before, we've talked about how I love long chains because of the versatility. But first I want to show you her design. Like, Marina B was bored with the way pearls were strung with strings. So she was always trying to invent and reimagine the way to set things, including pearls. And she came up with this very unique claw-like design that you see here that holds the stones together. And it becomes a very artistic piece of jewelry. I mean, you know, for those of you who like jewelry as art, I think that both of these pieces together are, you know, exceptional examples of jewelry as art. And first you can see it, you know, is a long chain. It has a great affect to it, but more recently, everybody's been loving it when I put it on and I lariat the necklace. You can sort of hook it in anywhere on the chain, and say you're wearing like a long shift dress, you can also lariat it. It's carnelian, the stone, and onyx. So we have carnelian and onyx with gold balls. And then, of course, the last way to wear it would be to wear it doubled around the neck, which also, you know, you can double and lariat it, or you can just wear it as a double chain around the neck, which is quite beautiful also. So you have a lot of versatility. I think it's, you know, it's just very unique looking. It's not something, you know, for those of you who like to create your own personal style, I think this necklace would be counted among that class. And again, also jewelry is art. I mean, she was very creative and innovative in the jewelry space by the way she set things, and, you know, just always trying to take things to the next level. So interestingly enough, I thought it might be fun to put a pair of David Webb earrings on and pull the black out from them. We have ASC 6852, and we have a pair of 18 karat gold, black enamel, and diamond ear clips. David Webb always sets his diamonds in platinum. Then you have the 18 gold. This pair is not posted right now, and I kind of love that with the David Webb earrings because they are a little heavier, and for placement, it just sits nicer high up on the ear. And it actually all sort of works well together. Look at this beautiful earring. It's a great evening earring, or if you have a daytime luncheon, depending on where you live. But again, classical designs and pieces that were created back in the day, 1980s, that are still so relevant today and have stood the test of time and will continue to stand the test of time. I mean, again, a very elegant combination of pieces together. You know, I even go back to the chain situation. If we were to add a chain here, you know, it sort of starts to be a nice layering story. And it's always about how you, it's an uncontrived way of layering. I love, you know, things don't need to nest into each other. It could be sort of a neck mess. I kind of have a hashtag neck mess on my Instagram. But it's, you know, it's about really kind of like a client comes over and she sits down and I never really know what it's going to look like until we get going or how pieces are going to come together. The other day I even took two chains, I attached them together. They were two very different links and I just started wrapping them around my neck. So I love the idea of, you know, helping people, sitting with them and coming up with their personal style right at the table. And, you know, it always starts, as I tell everyone, that you need your foundational piece, but then we build on that. And everything should always stand alone, but things should work together. And, you know, these are all pretty good investment pieces that if you've been looking at what's going on, just to take a little detour in the world of collecting right now, the signed vintage jewelry world is probably the most on fire luxury asset class at the moment. The auctions are exceeding numbers that even I can no longer buy at the auctions very, very rarely because the numbers are exceeding a place where I can then take and resell it to somebody. It's becoming very competitive in this space because the market is so hot. And people, I think, have really turned to and see the value of putting their money in a signed piece. You know, I've told this story, but I could tell this story for a lot of different of my clients. But anyone who bought jewelry from me, you know, at the beginning of COVID or before that, or even into the middle of COVID, their jewelry, their good signed pieces have appreciated, sometimes even some of them 100%. I have one client, which I've discussed before, who bought a Bulgari curb chain from me right before COVID for $6,000. It was 18 karat gold and stainless steel with some diamond accents on it. And in, like I don't know if it was 2 or 3 years ago, I said to her, I see that you're not really enjoying that. If I give you $13,000 back for it, would you be willing to sell it and we'll move it into something else? So she did. And I then went and sold it for even more money. So it really goes to show that with signed jewelry, especially now, this is the one thing that is really holding value. Things keep appreciating. The Marina B chokers, I used to have a stack of them to choose from. It is so hard for us to buy these pieces anymore. And when I do buy them, they usually come to us at the last selling price of the prior piece that I sold. So it's become quite a different market out there in terms of signed vintage jewelry. The next piece, which is a little bit of a departure from things I usually show, but I happen to love it because it's just a beautiful, like 135 grams of gorgeous gold link. It's Tiffany and Company from the 1970s. It's ASC 6865. Emily, you love is it the David Webb earrings that you love? Is there anything more I can tell you about them? Or the whole necklace story? So I'm moving on to a great piece of Tiffany, 18 karat gold, again, 135 grams. This bracelet measures, the only caveat and the only reason I think it's not sold is for some reason my clients are like, not just small wristed, but tiny wristed. This one measures 6.75 inches in length. So you can see how it sits. I mean, look how beautiful. It's so solid and luxurious. And the crazy part is that it's, you know, obviously a statement piece on its own, but I'm just grabbing even one bracelet here, you know, to put as a stack, to put a diamond bangle next to it. And, you know, It looks pretty fabulous together. But I love the curved, you know, design of this piece. There's something just whimsical, but yet really solid and luxurious about it. I happen to love Tiffany's 1970s. I love all 1970s jewelry. Let's see what else I can tell you about it. The width is an 1.5 inches this way. But again, I don't usually get, you know, really beautiful, no diamonds on it, so it's super wearable. This could be your everyday bracelet, or again, you can layer it. I think it's kind of got such a, you know, I love curves next to straight lines, as I've had with like my wave bracelet, that look at, again, like the straight line of this bracelet next to the curve. You know, with some diamonds in it, it just creates a whole different story here. So the next item, if anyone has any questions about the Tiffany, let me know. It's a good one, right, Gayu? I know, it's too big for your wrist, but if we find the right wrist for it, I think this could be an exceptional under the Christmas tree item, or Hanukkah menorah, or whatever holiday gift idea. I'm just gonna show it to you up close so you can see the beautiful polished design and the curve of the links. It is. I've never seen a bracelet like this from Tiffany, so I like the unusual and wanted to share it with you today. Thanks, Gayu. Nice to have you here. Gayu's a bestie of mine and a jewelry lover herself who has her own exceptional jewelry. I'm actually going to move to another pair of earrings that are ASC 6871 that are also really exciting. Believe it or not, these are Cartier. And this is a really, really great, easy to wear, no diamonds, day into evening, signed, marked 1993, obviously numbered. All Cartier jewelry is always numbered. I'm gonna now break the post on it because I did a good job with that. Leave it there. I'm gonna put this on here. So I guess the takeaway is if you have pierced ears or you don't have pierced ears, this could be a good earring for you, because I just have the side on without the post on it and it feels really good. But look at it up close. It's really quite exceptional. The movement, I love that it's Cartier. And look how great it looks with the Marina Bee necklace. All works together. Looks great with the 1960s Cartier ring. I'm really loving this Cartier ring. Please feel free to DM me if you guys have any questions. What do you think, Rafi? The earrings are pretty exceptional. I mean, I love things that have movement in them and the time period. And I also love that it doesn't scream Cartier. I'm more for original pieces, you know, other than obviously the Panther collection, which I'm always a big fan of, all the different variations that went off in Cartier in the Panther collection. So I will take these off and show them up close one more time. The beautiful circular design of these, super wearable. Anyone in your wheelhouse need a great holiday gift, Rafi? So moving on from there, I guess I could leave that on because we have another Cartier piece that is very recognizable. We have one in the secondary market right now, and that's why I'm sharing it with you. And it's the Just a Clue Cartier necklace. And I love the simplicity of this design. Now, we all know where the nail necklace originated with Aldo Cipulo, and that I am probably, you know, on the top 10 of an Aldo Cipulo fan, and all that he created for the House of Cartier and bringing them, you know, in the 70s into a much more relevant, modern position with jewelry with meaning, you know, with more commercial recognizable jewelry that became iconic between the love bracelet and the nail bracelet that he designed. So I'm always partial to pieces that are hardware. I'm gonna put this one on for you. The weight on this one's beautiful. I hope I put it on right, because if I didn't, then it's gonna be upside down. Whoop, we lost the Cartier earring, went flying. And now, if I take off this necklace, which I'm going to take off, if I can find the clasp, which I can't, so I'm just gonna move it, you can get a view of how beautiful the Just a Clue necklace looks on. 18 karat gold. It is signed and numbered. Very recognizable. I think you're all familiar with this necklace as a bracelet. We don't see it as much as the necklace, but it's ASC 6873. I didn't know if I gave you the SKU for that, Rafi. I need help here. No, the earrings actually are not heavy at all. They're very comfortable on the ear. So, I mean, that is an important feature to discuss, because unlike the web earrings, if these were posted, and funny enough, these are very comfortable on the ear also, but I wouldn't want them to be posted. And the reason I wouldn't want them to be posted is because some earrings are also meant to just sit higher up in the ear in a place that you couldn't put them, you know, with your piercing. But I love these Cartier earrings. They're super comfortable. I mean, other than the little jingle, I feel, you know, I can hear, I don't really feel them on my ear. So that's always a good sign. But some people are very sensitive, and, you know, they definitely are worth trying on if anyone's in the New York City area. And with that, we have the Just a Clue necklace. I'm gonna take it off again so you guys can see it up close. And you see the beautiful curve in the design, so it sits beautifully on your neck. You know, and again, this is a timeless piece. This is never going out of style. While I don't bring the bracelets on in rampant because there's so many of them out there, and it's a very commercially recognizable piece, you know, that is sold on many platforms, I feel like this is also a great layering piece. It's great alone, but it would look great with this necklace layered, you know, below it, or any chain layered below it. Let's add one more piece of Cartier, if I can find it on the table, which is always a fan favorite. It's ASC 6870. And it's the Cartier Nouvelle Vague ring, 18 karat gold, and I call it the pom-pom ring. And it just has such a great affect on it, and it's really sort of a conversation piece. And just, you know, again, like if I had the Cartier earrings on, like all of this is great wearable jewelry, especially if you're in a, you know, city location, very easy to adorn any outfit. I always tell people, when you have great accessories as jewelry, you don't even need clothes. You just need clean palettes to put your beautiful jewelry as art. And this is like another, you know, sculptural, cool jewelry as art. Love this ring. Let's see what we have as far as information about it. It is a size 56. It's stamped and numbered, and we call it the pom-pom ring. It was stamped in 1999. And because Cartier usually signs right on the inside, this ring cannot be sized. So it is sort of a large size, probably like a 7. But again, a great conversation piece. I love it on all the different fingers. It's got attitude on the pointer finger. And it's the pom-pom ring. So putting that on, it might be fun to just start stacking rings on my finger. And we have the David Webb, the geodesic dome ring, which is ASC 6866, which, you know, let's start, just talk about a blockbuster, going from no diamonds. This is, to me, like the quintessential sculpted cocktail ring. We have 18 karat gold. It's a dome. I love the beauty of the stones that are set in it because they're not tiny pave. They're substantial stones that are set, different size stones that are set. So it gives a three-dimensional pop. And, you know, as always, David Webb sets their diamonds in platinum so that it has even more brilliance and pop. Then we have the 18 karat gold lattice on it. And we have, you know, it's just a beautiful cocktail ring. And this, we can put an insert in for different sizes. Right now it's a size 6.5, but this would be possible to size because there is actually an insert in here. We just need to close it up a little bit. It's signed David Webb. It is, again, 18 karat gold, platinum, and diamond. I'm wondering, I think there's about 7 to 8 carats of diamonds in this ring as well. Beautiful, right? Who has a holiday party that they need to be wearing this ring for? So any questions on David Webb before we move on? From pom-pom ring to David Webb ring. You know, we have simple, more wearable, not as dressy, but certainly festive. To someone who has, you know, wants a gorgeous diamond dome ring. It's signed David Webb. Also a great collectible, good investment. You know, I teach people about investing in jewelry as another asset class, just like you would invest in art. And then we have even another variation on David Webb, which is ASC 6864, which is a much more wearable, beautiful citrine ring. Look at this one. I think it's about a almost 18, 1795 carat of citrine. Beautiful color citrine. It's got like, you know, a beautiful golden yellow in it. Set only as David Webb sets. It's sort of like a sunken setting here with prongs, you know, down into the ring, in a beautiful 18 karat gold with little diamond accents on the side. You have a size, it can be as small as a size 4.5 or as large as a 6.5, depending. David Webb usually puts these platinum inserts on the inside, so you can close it up if you have a smaller finger or make it bigger. But, you know, it's not a bad David Webb ring story going on here. And again, very different looks for David Webb. Dressy, more wearable, but definitely still probably cocktail ring for most people. But it's a beautiful citrine. And then if we put the pom-pom in the middle, we have a really good, we have ring bling now. Really good, crazy ring story going on my fingers. So just to show you. All great gift ideas. And to add one more thing to the stack, why not add and move into a real, you know, now that I knocked it off the table, excuse me. The last one decided to go take a flight off my table. But I have a beautiful 18 karat gold ancient coin Greek monete ring here. It's also just, you know, this becomes more cool and hip look, you know, a little more like, but again, I love it like with the Marina Bee necklace. It works together. I actually, for the right person, feel like this could be like such a crazy pinky ring with attitude. But you can pretty much wear it on any finger. It's ASC 6876, and it's labeled. All of his coins are labeled when it's Bulgari, signed Bulgari. It's set in 18 karat gold. And I think this is definitely a cool, a more cool hip vibe in terms of rings for those of you, who want a little less ladylike looking rings and more, just a cool hip vibe. And it's also the simplicity here of this ring. You know, I always feel like things that have simplicity, you never get tired of. And with Monete coins being the hottest ticket at the moment, I mean, really explosive in terms of price point, this is certainly an exceptional addition to your collection. It is, if I can find it, obviously an ancient Roman coin. Right now it's a size 6.5, but this ring can be made smaller or larger. Oh, I lost my screen for a minute. Someone tried calling in. Back to Bulgari. What do you guys think? What's your favorite ring so far? Is it the Shake Shake Pom Pom ring? You know, I thought today was like a fun day for ring bling. Is it this one, the Monete, the Citrine, or the Go Big or Go Home Blockbuster from David Webb? This is actually one of my favorite designs. He's done different variations with this design, but I love the lattice in it, the yellow gold lattice mixed in it versus it just being a straightforward, right? The pom-pom is playful. It's like a good fidget toy at a dinner party. You know, you can sort of sit there, but it's also a conversation. I feel like whenever I wear this ring, people are like, what's that? You know, and it's kind of a conversation starter. You know, some people need their dogs to get, you know, they're out walking their dogs that get attention. You know, I just wear lots of fun jewelry that gets attention and starts conversation. Hashtag whatever works, right? So moving on to the next piece, to add a little more David Webb, we have the David Webb Diamond Stitch Bangle, which is ASC 6854. And I'm going to show this to you close. The beautiful pave work that they do, because it's set in platinum, and it's called the Stitch Bangle. And its width is 9.7 millimeters. The size of it's about a 6 to a 6.25 wrist. And you have about 4 carats of diamonds set in here with the 18 karat yellow gold. So this is for an average size wrist, this bangle. It's definitely for an average size. But remember when I had it on earlier, it's a great standalone piece, but it's also like a very cool layering piece. You can totally layer it with this. So, you know, again, all different options, getting bejeweled here one thing at a time, leaving it all on. I will show you the David Webb bracelet up close again so you can have a closer look at the beauty of even the back. You can see the way the diamonds are set. Look how beautifully finished the diamonds are from the back. Got 4 carats of beautiful white brilliant diamonds here. There is no lack of perfection in this bangle. And again, like a different variation, I think a much more elegant, you know, everyone loves bangles, but this is just an elegant variation. I even love the closure on it. So well done with the safety, a great stocking stuffer, good for the holidays, signed David Webb. And, you know, it all just works together. You can have on the bracelets and the rings, and I'm ready to go out now. Where am I going? Really fun to have all these pieces on together. And it all just sort of works together. You know, I'm gonna add a little bit of a side note. This is a new piece from Crivelli, the company that I'm always loving, that long 32-inch chain that I've been showing and will probably show again today since the beginning of time. But I brought this piece today, which is stunning. It's ASC 6868. And you have an ancient coin in here, surrounded by diamond pave, with an 18 karat gold tubagos. And then you have the grommets, like the Valentino type grommets that you've seen on Bulgari and Valentino. But I love this necklace because A, it's not priced like Bulgari, and B, you can wear it up high if you want, but you can also wear it much lower on the neck. So it's very comfortable. It's kind of, I'd love to get this necklace off if I can figure it out where the clasp is. Give me one moment to find the clasp so you can really get to see this one up close and really get a feel of it. Because, you know, this is a great standalone statement piece. I mean, you walk in this collar necklace, and I always say, like with jewelry, when you walk in, the first focal point's always gonna be here. So, all right, let's put it all back together now. We got the necklace off. I mean, look at this beautiful statement on your neck right here. 18 karat gold done by Crivelli in Italy, which is of the utmost, you know, the highest craftsmanship, so the quality is there. Let's see, we have, its inner circumference is about 12.5 inches. It's 93 grams, so it's very significant in its weight. It definitely is solid. You have about 1 carat of diamonds surrounding the coin, and as I said before, you have that attention to the grommets on the side. Like, it's just a very, you know, it's got a great vibe to it, this necklace. And it looked good with the Marina B chain, you know, as a layer. So it's a great standalone piece or a great layer. And to start putting a new story together, I did bring back a new one, because as I sell them, I replace them. My Crivelli 32-inch chain, which is ASE 6848, which is the hardware chain that I love so much, 32 inches. And why not start a whole Crivelli story right now, which we can even just start with a lariat. I mean, look at this story together. You have the beautiful attention to detail of the hardware, starting to build, you know, it works alone, it's together. You could even wear it just as a round circular necklace. And then I almost wonder if I doubled it, if that would work also. Not sure, but let's see what happens. You know, if it all kind of works together up close on the neck. There you go. Yeah, I mean, you know, probably a little better as a lariat so that each piece can sort of breathe and you can see the elegance of it, but it's a great piece. I'm gonna show it to you up close. And you can see the back of the construction. And again, if any of you have questions about any of these pieces we've shown here today, please feel free to reach out. Maybe you can pin Amy Segal Jewellery, not pin or post Amy Segal Jewellery in the comments, Rafi. So, you know, I welcome this to be a starting point. We can meet on Zoom or FaceTime and look at these pieces, you know, more closely so that you can get a better sense if this might be something that would be a great adder to your collection. So as you all know, I can't ever help but bring my favorite piece that I sell, I replace. Unfortunately, with the price of gold going up, it keeps going up, but I think it's really, again, one of your all-time, you know, staple pieces that you can wear so many different ways. I just doubled lariated it. You saw the long lariat of it before. It's ASC 6848, and it's got about 2 carats of diamonds in the clasp, and I love that the clasps are done on both sides, so no matter which way it's flipping, you know, you can just see the diamond work on them. They use all like F color stones. You can see the signature of Crivelli on the side there. You know, the quality's there, and it's timeless, and it's interesting just how timeless most of Crivelli's pieces are. I really think this has been a big hit for us, this new necklace from Crivelli as well. So adding to that story, one piece that I make to order is this diamond knot ring, which is ASC 6850. And you can see it up close. It's a beautiful cocktail ring. It's not too dressy that you can't wear it day into evening, but it's got about 3 carats of diamonds on it. This one's a size 6, but we can make them to order any size. It's 18 karat gold. You can see the beauty of the way the pave work is done on these. You know, again, and you can wear it on any finger. So I've made this ring for people as a pinky ring. I've kind of made it on every finger now. Like I've done this as a pinky ring. I think it has like great attitude as a pinky ring. That's probably my favorite place to wear it. But it's the ring that works on any finger. And it's comfortable because what I did is, although the top of the ring is wide, the shank of the ring is narrow. So it feels very comfortable on your hand to wear the ring. So you can see it up close. What do you guys think? It's a good one. And I make this to order, and it's nice to have a couple of pieces in my arsenal that, you know, I can offer. And, you know, right now, like I have on very wearable day into evening jewelry that all timeless, not trendy designs. I really, again, don't believe in spending a lot of money on pieces that you're going to be tired of in a couple of years. So, you know, add like another timeless piece. You could have ASC 6867, which is this diamond pave ring. And it looks like a wedding band. And it could be a wedding band for somebody as a wedding band replacement. It's actually a size 6.5. But what I love about it is it sort of has so much attitude, like on a pointer finger. And it's got that, you know, 3-dimensionality to it, you know, where it's curved around the side. So it has like a 3-dimensional pop. It's not flat. It's totally rounded. And there are diamonds on the side of the ring. So it's got like a beautiful pop, really well done. It's vintage, so it's not brand new. And inside, it has these springs so that it creates even more comfort to the wearer. But if not, you can wear it on a middle finger. For those of you who would love a diamond replacement ring, you know, a diamond wedding band, it's a beautiful wedding band. The color of the diamonds is beautiful. They're all in the colorless range, about 7.44 carats of diamonds. And the size of the ring is adjustable from a 6.5 to an 8. Do you guys hear a lot of background noise? Should I take a quick time out and just get the background noise down, or we're good? I don't know. There are a lot of young kids I hear running around right now. So then to add another piece that I show at these shows, thanks Hannah, you know, it's all about layering. But again, I always tell people pieces should stand alone. This has been a viral piece, and it still is in New York City, and it's ASC 6872. And this is my Diamond Illusion tennis necklace, all same size bezels, set in 14 karat gold, this one, ASC 6872. And it's a total of 210 of carats of diamonds, I'm sorry. But the diamonds are all around the front of the necklace. You can see up close here. And as you get to the back of the necklace, what we did was we etched in gold. So when the necklace is on, it creates the illusion of this like $20-something thousand necklace. It has way more impact on than, you know, right? It's a good one. You know, I had to bring something that's a lot of look for the money, because I know I have a lot of pieces that are a lot of money for the look with all the signed jewelry. But this piece, people, you know, my clients in New York actually buy like 3 of them. and they layer them. They'll buy a yellow gold, a white gold, and different sizes, and they layer these. But for me, I love the layer of this with a chain. And I think this is the kind of necklace for those of you who don't have your everyday necklace that you love. If I can figure out how to put this on. You need help during these shows. Okay, that's not working out too well. But really, I just kind of wanted you to see the impact of how expensive and way more look for the money this necklace looks like. Oh, there we go. When it's actually on the neck. It's not fun trying to put jewelry on by yourself. So I'm just gonna hold it here. You can sort of get a feel of like, you know, how beautiful is that? And again, timeless. This is not going out of style. I know that 32 inch, but I don't know if you saw early on, Sabrina, we had, you know, and this is a DM me. I now have competition with this Pomellato chain here, which you can do as many things, and it's like double the weight in gold. But again, you know, to me, long chains, they're good investment pieces when you can wear them with almost every outfit you have. Or this illusion diamond tennis necklace, which really creates the illusion and impact of a much more expensive necklace. I can't help but bring it on, this same necklace. It's funny, this is when you tuned in, Sabrina, but look what else is new from Crivelli. Did you get to see this baby? This is 18 karat gold with an ancient coin surrounded in about 2 carats of diamonds with the metal grommets. So now we have like a lot of cool layering going on together, right? And for those of you who really just, you know, keep adding, I mean, you put one of these in the layer too, it really sits below, it all works. And you have a whole story going on here. I love this story, actually. I think this is gonna be my story for this week. Great new piece for those of you who are really loving the Bulgari Monete that is happening out there, but don't want to pay the price of Bulgari. You can get a beautiful piece from Crivelli. I'm doing really, really well with this necklace. People are loving it, and it's so comfortable on the neck. I sent it to a client in Palm Beach who was like, all right, I need to test drive it because, you know, it is about comfort. You want that you're gonna buy something, you don't feel like you're choking in it. So this has been really well received all over New York City. It's new from Crivelli and looks great, layered with all the other pieces. And of course, you've now come on for the best piece of the day, which I'm not really sure I'm gonna pin. I might have you reach it out. Is there any way, Rafi, to just put this one in the comments? Because this is, you know, this is the last and finishing and most exciting piece of the day. We have a major, major, major piece of Bulgari to show you right now with a beautiful aquamarine in the center. It's the Parentesi. It's ASC 6874. And this really, talk about go big or go home. We're finishing off with this beautiful heart-shaped aquamarine. You have the Parentesi motif over here and the black enamel. And you know, this is really, it's a wide collar too. And it can be sized. Right now it's sort of on the large size, but you know, this one is, let's see, an inner circumference of 15. You have 199 grams here of gold alone. You've got the heart-shaped aquamarine in the middle, the black onyx here. I'm gonna show you this really up close so you can see the design of this. This is a beauty. You can see it from the back, from the front. This is the last piece I'm just looking to see that I have a black enamel ring on my list also. Anyway, any questions about this beauty? So as you can see right now, it's big on me, or it can be worn down. For those of you who don't like necklaces sitting high on your neck, you know, this is a great collar length choker so that it actually sits lower on your neck. And I welcome you to reach out, because we do have a whole host of new chokers, including this one that just arrived. It didn't make it to the show, but it's a stainless steel Doppio collection with the 18 karat yellow gold motif. And my favorite thing is when you have the adjustable back. You know, this is another piece. I welcome you to reach out, DM us, and I will get you more information. But what I like about this, and someone said to me when I showed them, you know, some people love hearts and some people don't, but for a piece that does have a heart-shaped aquamarine, the black onyx on the side makes it a little less, you know, it makes it a little cooler than a heart shape might feel standing alone. So I feel like overall this has a great vibe, whether you wear it up high or you decide to wear it down low. It is exceptional. And we're busy looking always. If anyone knows anyone who's looking to sell Bulgari chokers or Marina B, please also reach out, because we're always looking for new pieces. If there's any questions, anyone want me to go over any of the pieces that we had been looking at, I'm happy to readdress and look at pieces. I don't know if Sabrina, I don't know if you're still here, but I was showing these at the beginning because they just came out of my jeweler, and they are 5 karat each for someone, maybe a Dubai-based client who wants an exceptional stocking stuffer for Christmas. Maybe we could get it there in time. These are stunning. And they're elongated, which is the rarer, you know, it was more rare to get an elongated old mine than a square cushion shape. Very hard to find these today, and to find a pair that are matched that you can set as earrings, also very challenging. Because we all know Taylor Swift really brought the old stones to a forefront and has made them quite, you know, quite coveted at the moment. And everyone's wanting old stones to be set for their engagement rings, as Taylor Swift has one. So anyway, I want to just take this moment to wish everyone at Luxury Promise a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year and Happy Holidays to everyone who's joined the show and has been following the shows over the past. I thank you for joining today, and please, again, feel free to reach out to me. We can meet up on Zoom or privately to further discuss in detail any of the pieces you saw today. So sending you Happy New Year and a happy holiday to everybody. And thank you, Rafi. Thank you for all your help today.